Hi everybody, Angel here, and I hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. Happy Sunday or Monday, wherever you are. So today I'm coming on to offer a few more tips on thriving on a raw vegan lifestyle in winter and year round. And I want to start our chat today, our conversation today, picking up from a theme that I covered in the last conversation about hydration. And the last conversation was juicing. And the next chapter is about the following phrase that I really, really, really love. And I really actually implement this in my life. And that is eat your water. Now, when I first heard this phrase, eat your water, I thought it sounded quite strange, quite unusual, and very intriguing and mysterious. Like, what do they mean, eat your water? I mean, water is a liquid, so you cannot eat it. However, I discovered that this saying, eat your water, refers to eating raw vegan foods that still retain their natural water, their natural hydration. And that can be in the form of fresh fruits and vegetables. The water in fresh fruits and vegetables contributes to keeping your body sufficiently hydrated. Eating foods that contain a high percentage of water enables you to absorb the water more slowly. This means that the water you get from fresh fruits and vegetables stays in your body longer. Plus, there are the added benefits of minerals, vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber, thus giving your body the nutrients it needs to be fit and healthy. Cooking fruits and vegetables reduces the water content. So imagine you're cooking your fruits and vegetables and the water is evaporating. It's disappearing. It's being extracted from the fruits and vegetables. It's drying them out. When you're cooking them, baking them, frying them, roasting them, etc. So it is said that raw fruits and vegetables can hydrate the body twice as effectively as a glass of water. Let me repeat that because that's really powerful for me. It is said that raw fruits and vegetables can hydrate the body twice as effectively as a glass of water. So, in my ebook, I include a helpful article highlighting the fruits and vegetables with the highest water content that you might enjoy on your raw vegan journey and on your life in general. Even if you're not going raw, even if you're not going high raw, these pieces of information can be very, very, very helpful. The next chapter is eat your liquids and drink your solids. So this also sounds quite strange at the beginning. And I really like this saying, eat your liquids, drink your solids. And it's very appropriate in describing how it is best to get the digestive process started in the mouth in liquid form by chewing your food thoroughly. So to optimize your digestion and assimilation of the nutrients in your food, it is recommended that you chew your food very well to start the digestive process by secreting enzymes in the mouth and other digestive organs of the body. So by chewing your solid food until it turns into liquid form, and then swallowing it, you improve the efficacy of the digestive system. Similarly, by keeping the liquids in your mouth for a little while before swallowing, starts the digestive process and facilitates better digestion overall. And as I, explained in a previous chapter, digestion is key. Really efficient digestion is key to keeping our bodies warm And as you recall, a lot of times people will say they don't feel warm eating raw foods in winter or year round. So it's very, very important that we enhance, that we maximize the efficiency of digestion. Yes, watermelon is awesome for sure. That's like top in hydration. So awesome. Now, in other words, it's recommended that you chew and eat your food slowly and that you drink your liquids slowly. You might want to swish. For example, if you're consuming a smoothie or a soup or a raw soup, you might want to swish it around your mouth. Like keep it in your mouth a little bit longer so that the enzymes can become activated and assist, elevate, improve the digestive process, thus keeping your body warmer and, of course, elevating the assimilation and the use of the nutrients that you're consuming. So this slow pace will enhance the overall eating and drinking experience by allowing your taste buds to enjoy the flavors for a longer period of time as well, followed by a smoother digestive process once you swallow your food and liquids. So that's the other thing too, like, you know, it's important to remember that we're also eating for taste. I mean, yes, we're eating for nutrition, for energy. However, we're also eating for taste. We want the food to taste yummy and awesome and delicious and scrumptious. So definitely savoring the food in our mouths can really enhance the experience. And I know that works for me. The next topic is teas. So teas that you drink. If you like the feel of a warm cup of tea, you could also enjoy a variety of warming teas that you make either from tea bags or loose tea, or you could even use individual herbs and spices that you will put in a cup of warm water, not necessarily boiling hot. I also make my teas in room temperature water, and I was also looking up again some research on the difference between making teas with hot water versus cool water or room temperature water. And it was really cool to see, and this has been my experience as well, that when you make teas with cold water, like cold brew as it's called, right? You're actually producing a sweeter tea, a sweeter brew, a sweeter outcome. And I personally have noticed this myself, so I can definitely say it's true. And some people, you know, don't like tea because they think it's bitter, and then they end up adding sweeteners and, you know, covering up the taste of the tea, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, that's everybody's choice, whatever you want to do. However, it's really great to know that we have options. So when I have boiled water in the past, what I have done is I have boiled the water and then I've waited for the boil to subside, to stop. So I'll like turn off, like the kettle will stop, and then I let the water stop boiling. I let it become still. And then after a few minutes, then once the water is cooled off a bit, I actually make the tea so that now it's not too hot and it's not too cold. It's just right. It's like in the popular story of Goldilocks, not too hot, not too cold, just right. And that's how I like to live my life, not too hot, not too cold, just right. Another option that I enjoy is to pour room temperature water into a mason jar and then add herbs and spices to the water and allow the plant components to infuse in the water, to steep in the water, to brew in the water, thereby creating a beautifully yummy and warming tea because the herbs and spices in and of themselves are warming. And I spoke about, spices in a previous chapter. So you can check out previous videos on that or download the ebook. So here are some warming teas that will keep you nice and cozy in winter. There's ginger. You can either freshly chop your ginger or you can find it and use it in dried tea form. Cinnamon, again, either use the fresh spice or in a dried tea form. Pumpkin spice, you can use the fresh spice or in a dried tea form. Spearmint, use the fresh herb or in a dried tea form. Turmeric, you can use the fresh spice or in a dried tea form. So these are just some ideas of very warming herbs and spices that can really help you to stay warm and cozy in winter and year round. And all of these have super powerful vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. I think a lot of times, and I know for myself when I first started this lifestyle and this journey, I really didn't realize that herbs and spices were nutritious. I really just thought they were for flavor, color, texture, aroma. I really honestly didn't understand that they were very, very, very nutritious. So if you're curious, you can have a look at the powerful benefits of herbs and spices in addition to their beautiful flavors. Now I'm starting a totally new category here from my book, How to Thrive as a Raw Vegan in Winter and Year Round, and that is the topic. That's the big umbrella of Ambiance. And today I'm going to cover a couple of the chapters in this area of Ambiance. All right, and then we'll wrap this up for the day. So the first topic under the umbrella, under the big category of Ambiance, is Huga. Huga, Huga, Huga. And that's spelled Hygge. So Huga, however you want to say it, is a Danish concept that refers to finding comfort, pleasure, and warmth in simple, soothing things, such as cozy atmospheres or the feeling of friendship. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. The Scandinavian term encompasses a feeling of coziness, contentment, and well-being, found through cherishing the little things. I think of Huga as an energy that feels warm and cozy due to certain practices and intentions that we have in our daily lives. And I love the idea of Huga all year long, not only in winter, through many of the following practices that I enjoy. And before I get into these practices, I want to mention that I was lucky to travel to several countries, in the Northern Europe, where they practice Huga. And I think one of the first memories that I have of this practice was, for example, in Amsterdam. Now, I had been to these northern countries before as a youngster, as a teenager, but I wasn't really as aware as I was when I became an adult. So when I returned to these northern regions, one of the beautiful, beautiful elements of coziness that I noticed, for example, in Amsterdam, in cafes and restaurants and hotels, was that they light candles on the table in the afternoon because the days are so short. So, of course, lighting candles adds more light, but it's also a beautiful, cozy, warm energy. And I really enjoyed that. And then I went to Denmark, which is where this concept of Huga originates. And there also, like in the lobby of the hotel where I was staying, they had candles all around. They had, very warm floor coverings, very warm chair coverings, etc., etc. So let me give you some of the practices that are a part of Huga that I really enjoy and that I have noticed, also and through my research on Huga. So some of these practices are lighting candles, lighting softly lit lights and lamps in your home or in your space, wearing fuzzy warm bedroom slippers, wearing boots that are lined with a fuzzy lining, wearing socks, wearing a fuzzy sleeve-lined scarf and hat, wearing several layers of clothing to keep you warm and cozy, adding warming herbs and spices to my raw vegan dishes for warmth, or of course in my cooked vegan dishes as well, sipping a warm cup of tea, or even a room temperature brew of herbs and spices of tea, because the herbs and spices are very warming. The energy is very warming. Using warming essential oils, that's one of my favorites. Layering organic cotton and or fleece blankets on my bed or my sofa, to be really nice and cozy. Using wooden bowls, because wooden bowls have a warmer feeling than glass or stainless steel. When I was in my previous city out on the East Coast, I actually had a local person who is super talented with woodwork, and I had him make wooden bowls for me. And I still have those wooden bowls. I use them all the time, daily. They're on my counter, they're on my shelf. And wood is just so warming. It's just so, just so cozy compared to steel and glass, for example, and plastic. Okay. And I know sometimes we have no other choice. So I totally get that. I'm just offering up this suggestion. Also, using a wooden cutting board instead of a plastic board, choosing wooden furniture instead of glass, metal, or synthetic materials, and enjoying the warmth of a fireplace. That's another thing too I really like and that I experience in different places when I travel. Fireplaces are so beautiful and cozy. And warm rugs and carpets. I want to also add that recently I started to use incense, and it's super warming. I was recently in Bali and Japan, and in both places I saw that they burn a lot of incense. And it reminded me of when I was very, very young. I used to burn incense, and I had stopped for, decades. I had stopped doing that. And I recently picked it up. I was very, very inspired by my trips to Bali and Japan, and seeing them use incense in their rituals, in their practices. And so yes, that's another very cozy element that I super enjoy besides the aroma. There's a lot of significance that can be attached to burning incense or burning candles or burning a fireplace or, these other practices. So I personally find that these cozy details really do make a big difference, a huge difference in adding warmth and coziness to my environment. So you might consider including some of these elements to your personal winter environment or year round. It doesn't have to be winter. All right. And candles is the next topic. Now, I've always found candles to be a great way to add warmth and coziness to your home in winter and throughout the year. One of the most beautiful aspects and practices for me, as I mentioned, in countries such as Denmark and the Netherlands, is that as sunlight starts to fade, they use candles to amp up the warm vibes and create a cozy atmosphere in homes, hotels, and restaurants, for example. You could even do it in your office space. So lighting, you could even do it when you travel. It doesn't even have to be at home. Lighting a fire might seem like an obvious way to warm up a space. However, not all spaces can accommodate a real fireplace for various reasons. So as an alternative, 1 or 2 candles can really brighten your space and make it feel warmer. And there are several places and spaces where candles can create a warm environment. such as on your bathroom counter. I have a space on my bathroom counter where I used to put candles. I've recently switched to incense, so the bathroom is a beautiful place to put your candles on the counter. You can put them on the rim of your bathtub as well. That's really beautiful. You can put candles on your desk, your kitchen counter, your dining table, your living room table, your nightstand, and your patio, just to name a few. Throughout your garden. So since many candles include animal contents such as beeswax, it's important for us as vegans to choose cruelty-free vegan candles that are made of soy, for example. And I am so happy to notice and to mention that the last time I was looking at candles, I saw an increase in plant-based candles, and they're actually labeled plant-based. So I was super, super happy to see that. Very grateful to see the awakening and awareness and the embrace of using plant sources for candles instead of animals such as bees. In my ebook, I include a really good article to guide you when shopping for vegan candles. So I am going to stop there for today. I'll pick it up in a future session. And coming up, of course, I'll be talking more about like food as well and other elements that can help on your raw vegan journey or your life journey in general. It doesn't have to be that you're going raw vegan. These are elements and practices and rituals that I find super powerful regardless of what your lifestyle is. So that's what I wanted to share today. I want to thank you for joining either live or on the replay. And I also want to let you know that this coming Saturday, I have a travel well session that I am leading. And I will be sharing my tips and tricks and hacks for traveling well, based on my experience in visiting 6 out of 7 continents. I've been super lucky and blessed and grateful to visit 6 out of 7 continents. And so I want to share some of my experience with you so that you can enjoy a happier journey when you travel and a happier experience. So I'll be sharing lots and lots of tips, and that's this coming Saturday, January 27th. And you can tap the link in my bio and check it out. So thanks so much for joining, all of you, and I appreciate your participation in the chat as well. So have a beautiful day, everybody, and thanks for joining. Take good care. Bye-bye.